If he's scouting, I'll let him fire. If he's telling me to fire, I'll let him. He independently defeated humanity. Weapons were invented to protect oneself. But when weapons learn to find targets and fire themselves, when the trigger is pulled, the weapon automatically determines friend or foe. It ceases to be a tool and becomes a rule. Formulating the concept of heaviness. The idea that, without responsibility, there is no guilt, was completely erased from the war. Without remorse, there is no reflection. Without reflection, war becomes. Purely industrial activities involve production, input, consumption, reproduction, and endless cycles. What we are witnessing is not the birth of a new weapon, but the end of an era. Robots don't fear. What we should truly fear is. We were not on camera at the time because of the AI importation. In the Russia-Ukraine conflict, knowing how to evade drones is a basic skill for almost every soldier. Prepare skills. To avoid being detected by drones, soldiers tried almost every possible method, starting with the most common one. The method was to dig out cat ears from the trenches. Once the drone attack is detected, the soldiers can quickly take cover inside this kind of hole. The cave is not only small and well hidden, but soldiers can also sleep inside it at night, making it safer. The method involved digging holes in the site and then laying them on the surface. Using tree trunks as cover can absorb a large amount of damage even if an explosion occurs. Meanwhile, soldiers would also hang a giant net at the entrance of the cave, assuming a frontal drone attack would also be possible. It got tangled in the wing and caused it to lose control. To kinetic energy. However, tanks and armored vehicles are in a much worse situation, as drones typically fly from the air. Precision bombing or ramming tanks to detonate them is not possible. Tank crews typically deploy their tanks to counter drone attacks. External installation of wire mesh. This reinforcement with steel wire mesh greatly reduces the chances of tanks being destroyed. Furthermore, with the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, drones have evolved into various types. For example, bomb dropping and suicide drones, as well as the advantages of this fiber optic drone. It has anti-interference capability. Some drones are even powerful enough to have thermal imaging capabilities, making soldiers almost. It's impossible to guard against. You may have seen a video like this, a container truck. The car drove to the vicinity of the US military base. Then it transforms into a drone to launch a surprise attack, but this unexpected idea. The wide-open video actually reflects reality on the Russian-Ukrainian battlefield. This raid on Ukraine, codenamed Pignet, was planned for a full 18 months. Them 117 FPV suicide drones were hidden in 6 container trucks. The unsuspecting Russian driver transported the goods to the vicinity of the target airport. Wearing on June 1st. Via electrocardiogram. Remotely controlled drones launched low-altitude raids on multiple Russian Air Force rear bases. Ukraine declares. This is called. This operation, which destroyed 41 strategic bombers, directly weakened Russia. 34% of Sri Lanka's long-range aviation force. Although the real data has. This surprise attack, though still pending verification, may foreshadow a complete rewriting of the nature of warfare. In the previous video, they introduced information about Russia and Ukraine. Some of the types of munitions commonly dropped by drones on the battlefield are familiar to some players. It's strange that this kind of grenade is modified into an air-to-air bomb. What changed? Today, this Russian guy will teach you step by step. If you guys do any of this modification work and end up on the battlefield someday, don't say we didn't do it. I have studied. This is a 40mm caliber howitzer. Even the person loading the ammunition probably didn't expect this. Besides being used with a grenade launcher, the item also can be different. Its purpose was so great that even the ammunition belts were loaded. This makes the man had to dismantle it by hand. At this point, the grenade still has propellant on it and cannot be used directly. To use it, you need to use pliers to remove the propellant, leaving only the projectile body. This process seems to be 10 point. It's not dangerous at all, you just need to be careful about depositing money during this period. Avoid contact with enemy fire at the tail of the grenade. Otherwise, everyone present would be doomed. Look at how this guy used brute force to break through the whole thing. I'm worried about my child. He accidentally bumped into the spring-shaped pin inside the grenade, resulting in his immediate death. Next, we'll move on to removing the bullet. That's the most dangerous part. Because the warhead has an impact-triggered safety mechanism and although the detonator has an impact trigger protection mechanism, the weapon is equipped with a weighted incendiary device that rotates during grenade launch. The centrifugal force of life. This can activate the insurance policy. Not afraid. Even the worst case scenario is a concern, but this guy here isn't even afraid of the worst case scenario. This is inside the projectile body. The high explosive charge has now been separated from the warhead and is no longer on the warhead. The detonator's detonator body is no longer dangerous. The next major modification will be to the warhead. Still forced apart. This small cylinder is the detonator for the warhead. This is to detonate the latter. The items are very. Danger requires proper storage of ammunition. Inside the head is a more sophisticated construction machine. It operates on a principle similar to a trigger. The innermost part contains the spring-loaded needle grenade, which, after entering the launcher, propels itself due to inertia. The spring needle will spring. The safety capsule inside the construction mechanism is punctured, triggering the detonator to detonate the entire system. Grenade. However, to ensure the safety of the grenade's transport and storage during normal operation, the mechanism still needs to be improved. It has one. The purpose of the added weight is to act as a deflector to prevent the spring needle from piercing the safety capsule. Because the grenades were converted into airdrop bombs, they did not fire. Shoot. The rotational force generated at that time was insufficient to produce centrifugal force to throw off the weighted burner. If the fever worsens and isn't shaken off, then the shield cannot be moved, and the spring pin cannot pierce the safety capsule to cause an explosion. To ensure the grenade's energy, a normal explosion is possible, so the component mechanism needs to be modified and the weighted burning mechanism removed. The retainer on the safety capsule can only be removed after the weight has been increased. This allows the entire safety capsule to be completely exposed to the spring needle. Thus, only slight resistance is needed for the spring-loaded needle to puncture the safety capsule, thereby triggering explosive grenade. Then use glue to fix the removed stop in place to prevent it from reverting. Blocking the safety capsule. This makes the bomb triggering process more flexible, and then the warhead. The parts and the missile body are assembled together, plus the tail fins, to form an empty. The modification was completed by dropping bombs. Already. However, this modification also significantly increased the danger, so the soldiers, the detonators and projectiles are stored separately. When needed, the warhead will be disassembled, the detonator installed, and the device deployed to an unmanned area. How did you learn to use it on the machine? Did you?